You must have heard something special on social media and TV channels right now. It is election bond or electoral bond. But what is this? How do you get it? How much do you get scandalized and how do you get this bond? What does this have to do with the interests of people of the country and what has the Supreme Court told the Modi government? Let's talk in detail in this video because all the people need to know who we are electing and which parties are getting money, from where and who is giving them money. How many are benefited by the electoral bonds? Hello and welcome to Vibes of India. You are listening to Rashmi.
Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notification.
The Supreme Court of our country has given a verdict on the legality of the electoral bonds before the Lok Sabha elections, and this verdict is being talked about everywhere. The Supreme Court has held that electoral bonds or election bonds are unconstitutional. It should be stopped as it is unconstitutional. But first, we have to understand that what are electoral bonds. So, an election bond is a type of promissory note. Any person or any company can get election bonds from the Office of State Bank of India. By doing this, the person or company can donate to the political party of their choice. When was electoral bond started? Election bonds or electoral bonds were introduced in 2017. The NDA government led by Narendra Modi announced the election bond on 29th January 2018. Since then, companies, industrialists have been funding political parties. What was the government's plan behind electoral bond? The government's plan behind launching electoral bonds was to increase the transparency of political funding. With the help of this bond, people could give money to the political parties of their choice. This was the reason. How did the political parties benefit? Any Indian citizen, corporate and any organization could go to SBI and buy election bonds. Political parties like BJP, Congress, AAP, that is Aam Janata Party, Trinamool Congress, etc. could go to the bank and withdraw the deposited amount. There were also certain rules for taking bonds. Only those who have KYC can take bonds from SBI. The big thing here was that there was no information about the person who gave the money on that bond. So it was not possible to know who made the donation. What did people get by giving money to parties? In one way, whoever buys the bond would get a direct return. There are allegations that after depositing the amount, some political parties used to keep a few rupees and return the rest. However, such allegations have been made. Strictly speaking, this did not benefit the person giving money to the political parties. Does buying bonds provide tax relief? A person who donated electoral bonds to political parties were exempted from taxation. So, some people who wanted exemption from tax, they got exemptions from taxation under section 80GGC of income tax. Why did the Supreme Court declare electoral bonds unconstitutional? It is said that when the bond was floated in 2018, the objective behind it was to exempt anyone who deposited black money in political parties. Attorney General R. Venkatramani had told the Supreme Court that electoral bonds could bring white money to political parties and no one could give black money. Now the thing is that opposite happened because there was no information about who donated and in which party. Because the names of the people were kept very much hidden in the electoral bonds. It was a secret. Now let's talk about some statistics. So from January 2nd to January 11th of the year 2024, bonds worth more than rupees 570 crore rupees have been sold. Since the inception of the scheme in 2018 till 2023, election bonds worth rupees 12,008 crore have been issued. In short, more than 55% of the total 100% electoral bonds have been received by BJP. So, out of all the rupees received, BJP has received the most rupees. BJP has received a donation of 6,564 crore rupees from the electoral bond. Congress has received 1,135 crore rupees, that is 9% of the total election bond. Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress, that is TMC, has received a donation of rupees 823 crores. Communist parties had received rupees 367 crores, Bahujan Samaj Party has received 85 crores. The rationale behind declaring electoral bonds unconstitutional is that electoral bonds violate the right to information and the right to freedom of speech enshrined in the constitution. Right to information, because it was not possible to know which person donated to which party. If tomorrow I wanted to know how much money a company has donated under the right to information, it is the government's duty to tell me. If this possesses a threat to India, then the government can refuse me because there is a question of security. But this is not the case here. So the government has to give me all the informations. If not, my rights will be violated. Therefore, the government has said that the electoral bonds or election bonds are unconstitutional. For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to Vibes of India and stay tuned.